Hi, I'm Sherry McGill, and you're watching Lessons Learned. Welcome back to Finish It Friday. I'm a little late today, but it's still Friday. Getting a little late start, but some days are kind of like that, aren't they? But I'm here. Okay, so as you can see behind me, we got to start on our Windmill Garden that we're making. And I hope you guys got your #1 block color peach underway, if not completed this week, because I'm giving you another color. And this week will be pink. Any sort of pink you want. I happen to have this little Edita Sitar laundry basket quilt pink that I liked. I think I have it upside down because there's one flower there that, well, there's a couple of flowers there that need to be turned straight up. So I'm using kind of a rosy pink. You can use a baby pink. You can use a fuchsia. You can use a magenta. You can use whatever kind of pink you like. A hot pink, depending on your whole overall color scheme you want to, or look you want to have for your quilt. As I mentioned to some before, I'm kind of doing the whole vintagey look. And as a matter of fact, I like this pink fabric so much that I might end up making a wide border for my entire quilt out of that. I'm just going to see how the other blocks turn out before I decide. And maybe put this one in the center, because with having 9 blocks, you can have a center one that kind of stands out from the rest a little bit. And then that would tie the whole quilt together, I think. So that's our color this week. Get busy. Week #2, block #2, pink. So use the same background fabric and the same centers, and just use a different color print for your windmill blades / petals. Okay, so good. This is exciting. I've never done a sew-along, and I know a lot of you are doing it, so this is really exciting. Keep sending your pictures to the Instagram, which is Lessons Learned Quilts, all in small letters. And the hashtag that you want to put on your post is hashtag WGSAL in all caps. And that way everyone can see each other's blocks that way. Okay? So good. I'm excited about this. And I already can't wait to tell you what the next color is. I haven't made mine yet, but soon. Well, it's time to start for me to do the 3rd block, so I got to get busy on that. So I talked Monday a little bit about being a little behind on getting together my materials for the Barn Quilt Mini, and this is the one for June. This one that has the arrow looking star. And these are the fabrics that I'm going to use for that. I think that'll turn out cute. I've got 2 weeks to get that done before the end of the month. And also, I got all of my Totally Tulip blocks done. And I have them in my project box here. I wanted to show you where they all are. All assembled, all 28 of them. Let's see, no, 7 times 4. Yeah, 28. All 28 of them. But I have to tell you a little story. When I got down to doing my last bottom halves with the leaves, I had very little fabric left. I had what equaled a 10-inch. I needed a 10-inch square, but I had what equaled a 10-inch square in 3 strips. So I had to sew those strips together and then cut my pieces out that I needed. So we got some true patchwork going on in this quilt. This is all I have left of the fabric that I used for this quilt. I do still have some of the flower head parts. I do still have some of those scraps, bigger pieces than this, but this is all I had for the leaf part. And this one's really patched together. I've got I think two of them. Yeah, I've got two of them that are really patched together. But you can't tell. I mean, you can if you look, but it's okay. Look back here, you can't tell. I'll give you a close-up. I'll show all my sinfulness on that. Nah, nothing wrong with that. And then this one had some. A little bit there. You can see in the top, I guess it'd be your top right. There's a little strip around the bottom of that one. And then there's some on the right-hand side up and down on the other side. Or the left would be your left, I think. Yeah. Well, the bottom right has one up and down too. But it's okay. It's okay. See, look. Here's one that doesn't have it patched together. This one. And then this one here does. Can't really tell. So I'm not worried about that in the least, but I did want to show it to you because, you know, that's just something that happens sometimes, and you just have to improvise. And, you know, when somebody gets down and decides to really examine a quilt 50 years from now, or this quilt, they're going to say, oh, look, they ran out of fabric and they had to patch it together. How neat. So it's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. No sweat in that. And while I've got my project box open here for this quilt, remember I said I was going to use this Cafe material that I got at the show for the back. I think that'll be so cool. I showed it to you before, but I didn't know if you remembered. So all I have to do is put 2.5-inch sashing between the rows. I'll have 4 rows of 7. And then remember they kind of go up and down, up and down. So that project's getting close to getting done. I'm going to save my little scrap here. Okay, what else? I'm anxious to get started on the bee after quilt again. That's very much in the front of my mind, and I have all that in a project box. Getting ready to get that out to work on. I think I might get my sashing on my tulip quilt first and then go into that. And then this winter, fall and winter, I'm going to have a ton of quilts to put batting backing on and quilt them. So yeah, someone suggested, I don't know if it was Pat Sloan or somebody on the tubes, they were saying that you know, they save all their quilts to do that too in the winter when it's, you know, not so hot and you know, you're wrestling it around and all of that. But if I had a long arm, it wouldn't be an issue, would it? But we'll talk about that some other time. I don't have room nor money for a long arm right now. So I have some mail in the email that I want to share with you. Okay, this is Diane, and she sent me a picture of her sew along, her windmill garden block. I think that's the one that I copied the picture of and went ahead and put on Instagram, but I haven't done all of them like that. People send me stuff and I've got it all here, but I haven't processed all of it yet. I think that's all she showed me. Let's see. She said, looking through stash and have a lot to choose from, so I'm going to make this pattern bigger than yours. So she went a little bigger yet on this. No problem. And let's see, Ernest Sewell sent me a bunch of his work. He's so talented and has a good eye for color. The first one here is, let me get to the text where he explains in detail always. what these are, which I really like. This first one is Boho Blooms. It was a Jenny Doan for Missouri Star. The fabric is Duets by Paula Nadelstern. The second, now that was the one with the black background. And then the second one is the one with the green on point squares. 2 variations on one pattern. Tropics by Cozy Quilts. The lighter one with the green paisley accent was a journey into free motion. Not perfect, but it was fun to echo the shapes and swap out the thread. He used green embroidery thread on the green fabric. And green paisley is from QT Fabrics, and the other is K Facet. The next one, the one that has the black background stars and it has purple and green in it, he says, the darker Tropics is a peacock metallic, Dan Morris aquatic fabric and black background. It's a wedding gift for my cousin and her fiance last fall. And those are her favorite colors, and she loves peacocks too. And he sent that one out to be professionally quilted and chose a lavender thread and a paisley pantograph. It says the Tropics pattern looks like 2 different blocks, but it's actually just one block for the whole quilt. If I had to pick a favorite, I love that first one. It kind of reminds me of crystals for some reason, like those big crystals. Yeah, nice. Ernest, he just gets stuff done. He just gets it done. Joy Davis. She sent a lot of nice messages to me. And I'm trying to find her photos. Oh, this is the gold and cream quilt. She saw this quilt on YouTube on a tutorial by Carol Thielen called Slides and Ladders, or Thelen, Thelen, called Slides and Ladders Jelly Roll Quilt. She used a jelly roll, but I used an assortment of beiges, browns, and golds as requested by my adult grandson for a wedding quilt. That's a sharp looking quilt there. I like it. And it doesn't look very difficult. But yet you come out with something that's classy looking. I like it. And then she also sent another one where she's playing with scraps in blue. And I believe she talks about getting her first great-grandchild. And she made some coasters that matched her living room rug. And I do believe they do. That's an easy little project when you're stuck, you know, and you just want to get back to sewing and quilting again. You haven't for a while. Then just make some coasters or mug rugs or placemats, something like that. It really gets your, you know, your flavor back. Okay, and then let's see. Dolores had seen a picture, well, she saw the video about the fabric reorganization, and she commented on the flimsy that I had that I think my mother made. I'm pretty positive she made it, but it just kind of turned out into like a, I don't know, 45-inch square with the patchwork that she did. And she said she had something like that too and wanted to know how I was going to finish it out. So here's hers, the one with the cherries on it. That's cute. That'd make a cute little picnic, like tablecloth for a picnic table. Would be cute. So that's super easy too. You can throw together a picnic blanket or a picnic tablecloth really quickly, you know, out of whatever you have laying around, and it just looks great outside. All those colors that you put together in the sun is just really pretty, really pretty. Okay, you might have noticed I got a haircut. I cut 3 inches off my hair. I'm wearing it curly today. My hair is naturally curly. I was trying to get my curl back a little bit. It's getting that time of year where it's very humid and hot, and you can't really go do anything without, well, I can't go anywhere without my hair frizzing up. It's not my preferred method. I like straightening it better because it lasts longer. I don't have to wash it every day, but this you kind of do because it doesn't hold over very well. But yeah, I got a few inches off and I freshen up. So ready for summertime. All right, so get busy on your pink block for this week, and we will see you soon. And oh, and don't forget to go back and watch the fabric reorganization. Worked a long time on that. The video is only 20 minutes, but I worked much longer on it than that, and I'm actually still, I got the fabric done, but I'm still organizing things in here a little bit. I'm so close to being done. All right, so have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye.